us going. Play the intro.
Your entertainment committee wants me to be the necessaries for the show.
Live from our Jackson Studios. Live from the Midtown Jackson Studio and live from well into Deep 13. This is Last Call Cafe on Spreaker with the animalistic Jay the Brain Man, the animalistic Matthew the Wizard Nichols, and the pause for consideration, Steve the Baxman Baxley. I'm Franklin Pangborn, your announcer, with Morgul as the friendly drone. Let's go to the cafe and find out what's going on and join the guys on a whole crowd. It's Last Call Cafe on Spreaker. Welcome one and all to the Corsican Ball. That's right. It's another wild, wacky, unpredictable, and frankly unusual edition of the Last Call Cafe, the only show that enters your mind and turns it into a filet mignon of happiness. That's right. I am one of your hosts, Steve the Baxman Baxley. A pleasure, as always, to entertain you on Sunday nights, or whenever you're listening to this, on Spreaker from iHeartMedia. Give me the bell. Thank you very much. Must have respect for iHeartMedia. And also respect for Spreaker. There we go. Right there. We gave you the bells. And speaking of bells, let me introduce to you my equal colleagues. Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for gamers, well, we wouldn't have too much to do. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, the gamer's best friend and our big buddy, the host, the reporter, the main managing editor of Gamer News, ladies and gentlemen, Matthew the Wizard Nichols.
What's up, everyone?
And, of course, what would this show be without the man behind the scenes, the man in front of, behind of, and in the center of this little three-ring circus we call the Last Call Cafe? I give you the host of Wrestle Anime Hut, which you can also listen to on Spreaker from iHeartMedia. He's Betty White's favorite chew toy and everything else therein in the middle of. He is still the manager of champions, the intergender wrestling champion of the world, etc., and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Magnetism himself, the one, the only. And all that can be yours for $19.95 plus $5 shipping and handling if you like to call now, 1-800-WOW-NOW. Anyway. Welcome, everybody. We've already done the welcomes. Matt, you got some little morsel of gamer news this week?
Well, I got hardly anything outside of Sonic Colors Ultimate coming out in a few days. Some people managed to get early access to it, and It's kind of a bit of a buggy mess.
Ah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure some of you might have saw on Twitter some of those screenshots of how buggy Sonic Colors Ultimate is. The ones that you saw, they found out it was from emulators, but the game itself still has some bugs and glitches. It's just not to the extreme that you saw in some of those screenshots where it's like seizure-inducing.
Ah.
Yeah, I did some research on it today, and that's pretty much it for gamer news.
Okay, thank you very much there, my friend. Thank you very much. Let us give you somewhat of a quote-unquote live update. There is a wrestling event taking place at this hour while we are live on tape. Let us give you the results of a couple of the matches. First off, in the MJF versus Jericho final fight, this is AEW All Out. Jericho won over MJF, so his wrestling career is safe. And it all was because of a little faux pas that Aubrey Edwards did. Senior referee Paul Turner went to the Dapper Yapper himself, Justin Roberts, and even motioned for Aubrey. Jericho's foot was on the ropes before she went to 3. Match was restarted, and Jericho won. We'll tell you more about that on the Wrestle Anime Hut. Miro defeated Eddie Kingston, retained his title. And one more before we go further. The newest member of AEW, Ruby Soho, won the Women's Casino Battle Royale, which means she will take on Britt Baker at a future event, probably another pay-per-view. We are right now, as we are recording this, up to the main event, which is, well, let me see here on the list. Yeah, the World Championship, Eddie Omega taking on Christian Cage. Don Callis and his and the Elite should be there as well. But so far, I gotta tell you, All Out has definitely been all out. 9 out of 10 bells. Some great matches. We'll give you the whole rundown on Wrestle Anime Hut immediately following this little broadcast that we have. Right now, we transition from Gamer News to a brainwave. Let's go to the brain. Find out what's he waving for us.
Yeah.
You got nothing or you got something?
All right. Hit it.
Yeah, Steve, this is Gilbert Gottfried saying you couldn't even wipe my ass, let alone do a half-decent imitation of me. Okay?
And there you are.
Thank you very much, Brain. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, let's go for some entertainment news, and why not? Let's give you a little bit more wrestling news. Speaking of AEW, friends, Romans, countrymen. By the way, the news that we have for you of wrestling comes from, of course, Wrestling Inc. Well, everybody wonders what happened to Kip Sabian. His last appearance was on AEW April 28th, thanks to a backstage attack from Miro. the current TNT champion. Why hasn't he been seen? Well, he has underwent successful arm surgery in mid-May. Sabian now looks to be potentially working on a new gimmick, posting a photo of himself wearing a suit and a box over his head with the words underrated over it on the box. There's also a sand timer on the side of the box. Time doesn't heal, it changes you, Sabin wrote in the caption. During this weekend's AEW All Out Fan Fest, Sabin did an unadvertised meet and greet with fans and scribbled different messages over his 8x10 photos. On many of them, he scratched out his face and wrote "no" as to indicate he's not long connecting with that character. In the videos, it didn't sound like Sabian talked at all with the fans that came up to him. Interesting. Strange, but true. Let's see as we go down. But apparently he is working on a new gimmick. Will we see this sometime before the biggest event in AEW history, which is their arrival in the land of McMahon? Actually, it'll be in the Arthur Ashe Tennis Center near Flushing, New York, but that's near New York City. But, wow. Not bad at all. Okay, let's, speaking of the devil, and we were. We know WWE has this quote-unquote Hall of Fame, but did you know there is a actual, real, bona fide Hall of Fame? It's the International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. It's set to have a display ahead of WWE Super Show in Albany, New York on September 12th. Before WWE's show at Time Union Center, the IPWHF, International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, will have a selection of bronze plaques and Hall of Fame rings on exhibit. There will also be a limited supply of acclaimed programs, raffle tickets, trucker hats, and other items. The event is happening to support Albany County and the Albany County Executive, Dan McCoy. And on a recent edition of the Wrestling Inc. Daily Podcast, Andy Malnask spoke with International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame President Seth Turner about the future home of the IPWHF Museum. So I think this might, and excuse the expression, trump the
Hello?
Hello?
Did we lose Steve?
It shows he's still in the call.
He must have muted himself. Because, I ain't hearing him.
You might want to type in the chat, asking if he muted his mic again.
He is not in the chat. He is not in the car.
Oh, boy.
Get in
Because
here, you
then
silly-
tonight,
Get in here, you silly monkey.
Maybe we should go to the Belch next if Steve gets back into the call.
Yeah.
Well, it says he's still online.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well, we had a little phone problem here, and as you know, phone problems are exceptionally weird. So I'm going to have our line checked sometime. There we are. Join call. Okay, I'll try to join in. Hang on, folks. I'll be back in about a couple of moments. I can do this properly. Okay, let's see. Boom. Okay. Whoa. Ooh, that edge. Hey, that was fun. Okay. There. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
We might want to just go to the Belch of the Week in case something happens again.
Okay. I'll do some wrestling reports after that. That's six. Six is us. Wayne, it's Mom. Okay, okay. Harry, you want to get in here? Yeah, sure, Steve. Frank went to the, to be in London. Spring is in the air. It's time now for the Insidious Belch of the Week, presented by Scope, the mouthwash that makes your breath minty fresh, not medicine-y. And now, with everything I hope in working order in here, it's time for the leader of the crowd, along with First Lieutenant Jimmy and First Lieutenant Jimmy's brother, Corporal Jimmy. Wow, he got a promotion. Here he is, General Big Jimmy Billy Bobo Schwartz. Thank you. Thank you. Eddie, smoke them if you got them, eat them if you bake them. You know, Baxman, when you had that thing with your other tablet, yeah? Well, I got a little idea I want to bounce off your brain. You think maybe next week, if you're going to do a little one of those comedy clips, you might see it. Okay, we'll test it out before we actually do that. Okay, I'll just give it to you as an idea. Okay, now you're here. We got the Belch coming up. Okay, we got the belch coming up, and well, you gotta do your thing, so do your thing. Thank you. Brain, how you doing?
Good.
Lizard, how you doing?
I'm doing alright.
X-Man, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. Remember, you got stuff to do Tuesday, and I want that done. Okay, our belch today, well, a little unusual, but still, it has to be done. And while some will not agree with it, well, personally, I think, well, we gotta give it to, Kevin Smith. What? Kevin Smith, the man from Clerks? Yes, that's the idiot. And you're probably going to ask why. Well, I am going to ask why. Why? Well, for simple reason, he took one of our favorite action-adventure tunes and messed it all up to hell. You know what I mean? Yes? He remade in his own brazen image He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And in this one, it's Skeletor. You got that woo-woo? Yeah, there may be a spoiler, so you may want to covet thy ears. It's Skeletor. I mean, he just wants to find everything. Again, in his own image. And the fans didn't like it, so one of them sent me a little request to give Kevin Smith a belch. Well, that's what we're going to do. Corporal Jimmy, if you're listening, and I hope you is, your brother Jimmy has the 24-hour flu bug, so you will have to assist.
Yes, I do have a flu bug. I couldn't even eat some pie last night.
Oh, what kind was it? Cherry? Chocolate? Lemon meringue?
No, it was more of the feminine.
That's okay. Can't do that here, I don't think. But Corporal Jimmy, what have we given the Belchatron 2000?
Well, we gave the Belchatron 2000 some Pizza Hut pizzas, breadsticks, salads from the salad bar. I think that's what Papa John says. I've not been there in a while. Then we had some Andy's pizza with some hot dogs. And then we also managed to get some KFC in there. And all that good stuff.
Okay, well, we've put it in. And I think she's ready to give a little blow. So, we're ready. Fire! Ooh, now unlike Kevin Smith's character Silent Bob, that belch was silent, yet really offending. Wow, that just melted some sunflowers. Next week, we'll be back with it. Yes, Matthew.
You forgot the candidate for the belch.
Oh yes, we do have a bonus belch, and that belch is, well, we've belched you, Baxman. Yeah, twice. We've belched the Brain once, So who does that give us left? Who's left? Yep, you got it. The Wizard. Yes, and I will let the Wizard speak of his crime.
Alright. Well, I messed up big time. See, I watch quite a few streamers on Twitch, and I like to switch back and forth between them. And I kinda got careless and broke a rule in 3 streamers' chats about mentioning them and other streamers in other chats. This apparently they given me several warnings, and somehow I missed them for whatever reason. That's causing me to not only get banned in these 3 streamers' chats, but also blocked by 2 of them, since 2 of them have Twitter accounts, and kicked out of their servers, their Discord servers. Honestly, I really feel awful, because I didn't mean to give the moderators a hard time. I really didn't, and I really feel awful.
Well, go ahead.
And I hope somehow I can redeem myself, because one of the moderators says that he will consider an unban in the future, and this happened a week ago. And these are pretty nice people. They're actually friends of Ember's Escape, and I'm lucky I'm still on her server. But, yeah. That's why, General, I decided to have myself be belched, because I think I deserve it after what I did.
Well, with this happening, as it has, we will give you a belch, but we will give you, hopefully this will work, a belch plus electronic, otherwise known in the French word as the Pac-Man belch. So, have we loaded the Belchatron?
Yes, sir, we do. Big Jimmy Billaball Schwartz.
Thank you, boy. Now, on the count of 3. 1, 2. X-Man, I hope this works. 3. You have been cleansed by the Electro Belch.
Thanks, General Big Jimmy Billaball Schwartz.
Please just call me General Big Jimmy.
Alright.
Anyway, gentlemen, that's it for me. Carry on. I will see you all next week. Baxman, Brain, Wizard, so long, and Corporal Jimmy, if you will come join me here as we take our fallen comrade, your brother, back to the camp so he can get back to feeling a little bit better. I understand Nurse Goodbody has been helping you. Yes, she has. What has she done? I'd rather not say. Okay, that's it. Into the Volvo. Hey, I got a raise, so I traded the Yugo in for a Volvo. It's nice and roomy, boys. Let's get going. Bye, everybody. Okay, thank you very much, Jimmy, and Big Jimmy. We got enough Jimmys to last us a holiday.
Glad
Okay.
I reminded you, because you almost forgot.
Yes. You have had the belch of contrition.
I think that was the first time one of the hosts will only had themselves belch on their own free will.
Yes. Okay. Any new business? Any old business? If there isn't, I think we are somewhat done here tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to say this. Whomever's doing the sniffling, get well soon.
That's me.
Oh, well, you're going to be okay, pal. Just, hot tea, little honey, and you'll be okay, my friend.
Alright.
You will be forgiven, too, so you need not worry.
I hope so. Because
If these people are as nice as you say they are, they will also be understanding.
yeah, because they really are good people. And
And
it's my own fault. I got myself into this.
and you meant no disrespect, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Okay, folks, we will be back next Sunday, God willing, and lines crossed and T's dotted. And we will try the experiment that General Schwartz has given us. If it works, we'll let you know. We'll have some comedy bits for you on Sunday. But for now, for the Brain, the Wizard, I'm the Baxman. Stand by on most of these stations for the ever-lovable Russell Anime Hut.
I wonder what this episode's going to be called.
It's going to be called. It's going to be called "Never Reach Out and Touch Someone." No. It'll be called "Screw AT&T."
Or the Wizard's Atonement, or something, since I was given the belch.
The Wizard's Torment.
Atonement.
Atonement. Yeah. Well, the Brain's our producer, so he'll pick it out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll talk to you folks next Sunday, hopefully, if everything goes well. So I've already introduced us, so I'll introduce us again. For the Brain, the Wizard, I'm the Baxman. We'll talk to you next Sunday. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with Brainwave Entertainment. Of course, don't forget that the Gamer News is produced in association with Wizard World Productions. And they're all in association with Spreaker from iHeartMedia. iHeartMedia.